This is an urgent update on a developing story that has captured both scientific and political attention worldwide. A 5.1 magnitude earthquake has struck central Iran, specifically near the city of Semnan, just over 200 kilometers east of Tehran. While no major damage or casualties have been reported so far, the impact of this quake is being felt far beyond the shaking ground, raising questions not only about geology, but about politics, prophecy, and the growing unrest in the region. The earthquake occurred at a depth of approximately 10 kilometers, which is considered shallow by geological standards. That shallow depth made the tremor more intense for those on the surface. People in cities like Tehran, Qom, and other nearby towns reported a sudden, strong jolt in the early hours. Though brief, it was enough to trigger panic in some areas, with residents rushing into the streets, fearing potential aftershocks. Now, under normal circumstances, an earthquake like this would be recorded, analyzed, and then fade from headlines in a day or two. But what makes this event different, and far more complicated, is the timing. The quake struck just hours after reports of Israeli airstrikes on Iranian military and nuclear facilities. That proximity in time has ignited a wave of speculation, especially on social media and among geopolitical analysts. Some claim this earthquake could have been triggered by underground weapons testing, military detonation, or even covert strikes. Others have gone as far as suggesting a deliberate seismic event, a theory often circulated when earthquakes occur in conflict zones. However, experts from the United States Geological Survey and other international seismological organizations have firmly stated that this quake was a natural tectonic event. The area lies along the Alpine Himalayan seismic belt, one of the world's most active earthquake zones. Iran alone experiences thousands of small tremors every year, and events of magnitude 5.0 or higher are not uncommon. The science behind this quake is consistent with natural fault line activity, and no indications of an explosion or unnatural trigger have been detected. Still, that hasn't stopped the questions, especially because Iran is not just any nation when it comes to prophetic and geopolitical narratives. In the Bible, the region known today as Iran was once called Persia, and it is mentioned by name in several critical end-time prophecies. For example, in the book of Ezekiel chapter 38, Persia is listed as one of the nations that will join a powerful coalition in an assault against Israel in the last days, an event commonly referred to as the War of Gog and Magog. For many who watch prophecy and world events closely, the combination of a literal earthquake and rising military tension is not a coincidence. They point to the words of Jesus in Matthew 24:7, where he says that in the last days there will be earthquakes in various places, alongside wars, famines, and other global turmoil. And they see this moment, with Israel and Iran exchanging threats, and the earth itself shaking beneath them, as yet another sign that those ancient words are unfolding before our very eyes. To better understand the weight of this moment, we need to look at Iran's long and tragic history with earthquakes. The country sits atop multiple major fault lines, and has experienced some of the deadliest earthquakes in modern history. In 2003, a 6.6 magnitude quake devastated the city of Bam, killing over 26,000 people in a matter of minutes. In 2017, a 7.3 magnitude earthquake struck the Kermanshah region near the Iraq border, resulting in nearly 600 deaths and leaving more than 10,000 injured. These events left deep scars, not only physically, but emotionally and culturally, and they serve as a constant reminder of Iran's seismic vulnerability. Unlike many Western nations, much of Iran's infrastructure, especially in rural areas, is not earthquake resistant. That means even moderate quakes like the recent one in Semnan can cause disproportionate levels of damage, especially if they strike near densely populated zones or near critical infrastructure like oil refineries, dams, or nuclear facilities. Adding another layer of complexity to this event is the current state of Iranian society. Iran is in a time of political pressure, economic hardship, and spiritual unrest. The nation faces international sanctions, internal protests, and ongoing tensions with Israel and the West. Amid this instability, the earthquake feels symbolic, as though the very ground beneath the country is as unstable as its political future. And yet, something profound is happening inside Iran that doesn't often make headlines. Despite being an Islamic republic where Christianity is often persecuted, Iran is experiencing one of the fastest growing underground Christian movements in the world. Many Iranian Muslims are turning to faith in Jesus Christ through dreams, visions, and personal encounters. House churches are quietly multiplying. The word of God is spreading, often at great personal risk to those who believe it. So, from a spiritual perspective, This earthquake isn't just a shake of the earth, it's a wake-up call. It's a moment that reveals just how fragile life is, how quickly things can change, and how urgently people are searching for meaning, hope, and truth. In the aftermath of this event, Iranian authorities are on alert. Emergency crews have been deployed. Aftershock warnings have been issued. Engineers are inspecting bridges, dams, and older buildings for cracks. Thankfully, this particular quake did not bring large-scale destruction. But it serves as a powerful reminder, to Iran, to the Middle East, and to the world, that change can come in an instant. So, what happens next? No one can say for sure. The ground has stopped shaking for now. But the political earthquakes in the region are far from over. Israel and Iran remain on a collision course. And as prophecy watchers and diplomats alike keep their eyes on the region, we are reminded once again that history is not random, it's being written, step by step, tremor by tremor. Stay alert. Stay informed. And never ignore the signs of the times.